Hi, I'm Jessica Geiser. This is my BPS assessment video. Today I will be discussing a 40-year-old male, Caucasian male, who has been recently out of rehab, and he has lost visitation rights with his children. In this video, I'm hoping to address the skills of being able to contract with the client, build rapport with him, establish trust, and display active listening and body language. Hi, I'm Jess Geiser. I'm going to be your social worker.
Well,
why don't we start with what has brought you in here today?
I recently got out of rehab. I had a bit of a drinking problem, lost my kids. I am hesitant to be here, but I really want to get to see my kids again.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about it. We talk and everything in rehab, but this is new to me. I'm a little nervous. So, I want it to look good too. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can understand that. Doing something outside of your comfort zone it's new and it's challenging. But wanting to do the right thing by yourself and for your children is a good step in the right direction.
That's what I'm here.
Okay. So, how long have you had this drinking problem?
Oh, geez. Probably started in high school.
Okay.
Go out. Me and the team, we'd head up in the woods and stuff. We just drank, think nothing of it. Just got more and more as time went on. College hits, and everybody's drinking in college. So nobody thought anything was weird about it. Just I was able to have a good time. So, and then started. You start life, and I lost my job because they said I wasn't reliable. My buddy said, "Oh, you should have showed up to work drunk. They couldn't have fired you then." But they were joking around about it. But basically, that's the same reason I wasn't reliable. That the wife left, and now I'm seeing the kids, but that gets tough. So you start drinking then. And you lose visitation rights, and things start to spiral out of control.
It becomes a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I'm going to be taking some notes while we're talking through this. I don't want you to feel like I'm writing stuff down about you. It's just for me to remember between sessions. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions today and over our next several visits, and just to get to know you better and learn more about you and your life. Okay. If at any time, the questions are going to be very sensitive and personal. If at any time you don't feel like answering the question, absolutely fine. I take no personal offense to that. You can just decline to answer or say not at this time, and we'll move on. Okay. I don't want you to feel pressured in answering any question you're not comfortable with.
All right.
Okay. So, what do you feel is the most important thing you want to work on? What is your major goal?
To see my kids.
See your kids, and that's a great goal. Okay. Can you rate the intensity of your drinking on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being mild, 5 being the most severe? How do you feel about it?
Well, since I got out of rehab, I haven't had anything.
Okay,
it's really only been a week.
Okay.
And last weekend was pretty hard. Friends were calling, saying, "Hey, we're going out. We're gonna have some wings."
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of tough. I ended up not even going because I was afraid of what I would end up doing.
Right.
You have a sip, but you have one. It turns into, "Oh, I'll have another one. I can have 2, and that's fine." And then it goes nuts. But I would probably rate when it was at its worst. I mean, I never thought of myself at the time as being a 5, maybe a 4. But in hindsight, after speaking through things like rehab and everything, maybe a 5 at points.
It seems that way since you said that it has affected your job.
Yeah.
And it seems as though it has affected your relationship with your wife as well as your children.
Yeah.
But the good thing is there are some strengths with you, okay? And we're going to try to focus on those strengths, okay? Yes, you've been through a hard time, but there are still some strong points in your life, okay?
Okay.
So one goal is to be with your kids.
Right.
How do you think you can get to that goal?
I gotta probably get a more official job again. I'd say I've been working odd jobs here and there, but nothing that a court will say is that shows a good record. So probably work on getting a decent job again. That'd probably be good to start.
That's good. What kind of home do you live in currently?
I'm renting an apartment.
An apartment?
Yeah.
Do you live by yourself or with anybody?
By myself.
Okay. What is the relationship with your family right now, your wife and children? Do you talk to your wife or ex-wife at all?
I call. She doesn't answer.
Okay. When was the last time you spoke with your children?
For rehab.
Okay. Tell me about a typical day in the life of you.
My typical day now or typical day before?
Now.
So now, basically, I'll wake up. I used to sleep in a lot. I don't anymore. I can't sleep anymore. So I wake up probably around 6 o'clock. I have some coffee. I usually don't eat breakfast. Don't bother. But then I will. I'll go on the internet, look at job postings, things like that. I'll apply to a couple of jobs. But then I'll listen around town. Word is out that I can do stuff. So I'll help people. Plumbing, electrical, anything they really need done.
It's good to get yourself out there and just try to get your name made for yourself.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned about your friends and about them calling you now that you're out and hey, let's get a drink, things like that. Do you have any friends that call that just say, hey, let's hang out, that does not revolve around alcohol?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. They all, they slowly, they don't call as often as they used to hang out.
Okay. So. That might be an area that we might want to work on. Developing a friendship with somebody where it's not based around alcohol. Talking with a guy or a girl and saying, hey, let's meet up for coffee or go to a movie or something like that. Like in the long run.
I have been going, meaning, I can't say I'm going, but I've been meaning to go to AA meetings.
Okay.
And
that's a good start to try to meet people in the same type of situation as you. Mm-hmm.
So, maybe I can meet some people there.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been a great first session. And like I said, we're going to keep talking about this and trying to develop your treatment plan. A few things that we did touch on today were that you want your visitation back with your kids. That's your major goal. And to do that, there's a lot of things that need to take place, such as, getting back into work and getting back out there and meeting some people where activities don't revolve around alcohol. It's a struggle and it's going to be hard, but I know that you can get through it. You seem strong enough, and I see that you came here, which is the number one step.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks. Thanks. We'll see you again.
Thank you.